How's it going, everyone? Bro Mega Man here to talk about something a bit different, which is using unblockables on an opponent's wake up. Now, wake up is a term used in fighting games for when a character is getting up off the ground. Usually, there are attacks that can be done while you're getting up, which give you invincibility. Though in For Honor, you still take damage while you're waking up, but you are uninterruptible to compensate, although there is a way around the uninterruptible stance. Now, there are three different results when doing an unblockable on an opponent's wake up. 1. You do the unblockable too early and it does nothing. 2. You do the move too late so the opponent can either dodge or parry the move. And 3. You time it just right so it hits as they're in between waking up and fully standing. There's essentially a sweet spot where you're still waking up so you can't dodge or parry anything, but you also take the stagger from attacks or crowd control effects. So in this video, I'm going to be showing off which heroes can best take advantage of those sweet spots. Shugoki has one of the better unblockables on wake up, his Demon's Embrace. Normally, he would need to throw the opponent into a wall, but when they're exhausted, Shugoki can get the embrace on their wake up after throwing them down. This requires some practice, since if the embrace is mistimed, Shugoki will take damage instead. The second and less common option is the fully charged unblockable heavy. While this doesn't heal Shugoki, the attack does 60 damage, which is 20 damage more than the embrace, and allows for an execution, which can be important in 4v4 modes. Raider's unblockable on wake up is going to be his zone attack. After Raider charges an opponent, if he tosses them on the ground, he can zone attack, which will hit them on their wake up and stagger them. Raider's heavy plus zone exhausted throw punish should be known by now. By delaying the zone attack until the very end of the heavy animation, it will hit the opponent on their wake up. Not only does this stagger and prevent a free Guardbreak on the Raider, but this will also allow for an execution, which is very useful since this combo does 90 damage. Warlord has a very simple option. If the opponent is on the ground, do the forward dodge heavy, then follow up with the headbutt and the free light attack. This is useful in 4v4 modes because it allows Warlord to guarantee damage when a teammate knocks someone down. Though in a 1v1 situation, this throw punish is superior to the headbutt option, as this does 15 more damage and is still very easy to do. Valkyrie has one of the better unblockables on an opponent's wake up, her sweep. If an opponent is low on stamina, you can use her forward headbutt throw to knock them down, follow that up with a dodging light attack, and a basic light attack, then her sweep on their wake up, which will guarantee a heavy attack. An alternative version of this combo would be if the opponent is already exhausted before you Guardbreak them, you can throw them to the left or right and get a heavy instead of the dodge attack for an extra 8 damage. The alternative combo can also be done after parrying an exhausted opponent. Highlander actually has an unblockable on wake up option already built into his move list. After you caber toss an opponent, you get a free unblockable heavy on their wake up. It's important to know that the heavy is not guaranteed against assassins because they can parry the heavy. Another option after a caber toss is to do a Fomorian kick. This is a useful option against an assassin who keeps parrying your heavy attacks, as you can kick them into a wall to guarantee the heavy. Or you can just kick and toss them between walls forever. Centurion has one of the highest damage unblockables on wake up, which is his fully charged heavy. After throwing an exhausted opponent, you have to perform a Legion kick to give your opponent some time to begin waking up. Then you follow up with an unblockable heavy, a fully charged jab, and an Eagle's Talon finisher for 65 damage. An alternative to the previous combo can be done after parrying an exhausted opponent. Instead of the kick, you have to whiff a heavy attack, then follow up with the unblockable heavy. This is also going to be 65 damage. After throwing an exhausted opponent near a wall, doing a heavy will hit them while they're falling. You can follow this up with a light jab, which will restand and wall stun them. This is the only move that forcibly wakes an opponent up while also applying its full stagger effect. Another situation where you can restand and exhaust an opponent with the jab is if you connect a quick throw on them. You can follow up the jab with a free light and another quick throw to try to reset the situation. One of Gladiator's unblockable moves is his toe stab. If used on an exhausted opponent, it will knock them down and allow a free heavy. This combo can be done by throwing an exhausted opponent to your left or right, doing a dodge attack, unlocking to whiff a light attack, then doing the toe stab on their wake up and getting a free heavy for a total of 60 damage. A similar combo can be done after parrying an exhausted opponent, in which you do a heavy attack, feint your next heavy immediately into the toe stab, then follow up with a heavy for 70 damage. The next combo involves a skewer. It is fairly advanced and requires precise timing to get the full damage. When the opponent is exhausted, throw them forward. Now you have to delay and whiff a heavy attack by holding right or left on your movement control when you start up the heavy. This makes it so you don't advance and hit them by accident. After it misses, go into the skewer, which will connect on their wake up. After 2 procs of bleed, throw them forward and repeat the previous steps again. Once your skewer hits them the second time, if you time it perfectly, you can dodge cancel after the final bleed activation and get a guaranteed dodge and light attack. So the first skewer will do either 15 or 20 bleed, the second will do up to 35, and the dodge light will do 20 damage, for a total of 75 damage. Like I said, this is a very advanced combo with a lot of variable timings and results. Even though this is probably not worth the trouble, if you're looking for the most optimal damage for Gladiator, this is the highest I've found so far.